and it has been an honor to show you a side of Islam and Muslims that I hope we see more in our stories and our media. Stories of peace, love, kindness, and unity within the diversity. These are our stories. This
Ojo lali disubrek ya. Assalamualaikum semuanya. Selamat kembali ke channel ini. Kepada kalian semua yang sentiasa bantu support dukung us jika channel ini jutaan terima kasih saya ucapkan lagi. Pada kalian yang baru yang masih belum bantu dengan tekan butang subscribe, ayolah bantu ya, karena subscribe itu kan gratis aja, geng. Okelah, seperti biasanya saya ingin mendoakan buat sesiapa saja yang menonton video kali ini agar dikurniakan limpahan rezeki yang luar biasa yang gak akan pernah putus-putusnya, diberikan kekuatan dan kesabaran dalam menghadapi apa juga ujian di hadapan, diberikan ketenangan dan kemudahan di atas setiap apa juga urusan kehidupan dan urusan pekerjaan, juga dimakbulkan setiap impian dan doa-doa kita semua, insyaAllah. Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Hari ini saya nak react satu lagi video daripada channel Khalid Ameri. Jangan lupa untuk bantu subscribe channel ini, tanda dukungan kita. Kali ini kita ingin melihat perkongsian beliau ya, tentang bagaimana dia merasakan bahwa dia kaget, terkejut melihat bagaimana suasana sambutan Ramadan di Indonesia yang katanya aneh banget. Apa yang anehnya ya? Penasaran mau tahu kita kan? Ingin tahu apakah ceritanya, keanehannya? Yuk ikut us react. Yuk. Oke, udah siap semuanya. Yuk kita mulai. Bismillah.
When we think about Muslims, what does that look like? Who does that look like? What usually comes to mind
Bagaimana,
is an
siapa
image
ya kalau
someone from the Middle
Muslim
East
itu
who speaks Arabic, someone like me. Hi. But what if I told you
Speak
that
bahasa
people from
Arab.
the country with the most Muslims didn't look like me, and that most Muslims are in fact not from the Middle East, but from a country in East Asia called Indonesia.
Negara terbanyak muslimnya ya,
million Muslims, making up 13% of the
juta
Islamic
muslim di
population. Today we're in
Indonesia.
Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, at a very exciting and holy time of the year for Muslims around the world, the holy month of Ramadan, where
Holy
everything
month of
comes together,
Ramadan,
the
bulan
culture,
Ramadan.
the diversity, the food, and all the beautiful values of Islam. And it all begins with the Ramadan market.
We are at Ben Hill Market in Indonesia. First day of
Ben
Ramadan.
Hill
to get
Market.
Our food and iftar. This Ramadan comes to life in the market.
Pasar
How do you feel?
Ramadan,
I want
Masya
the
Allah.
I can smell it.
How do you already know what's there?
I can smell it.
Let's go.
Dia,
Let's eat.
dia
Let's
bisa
explore.
bau ya, keenakan makanannya. Wah, meriahnya, ada kue-kue makanannya.
Now we've
Aduh.
been told that the Ramadan market or the Ramadan bazaar is broken up into three parts. We have our salt section, we have our sweet section, and we have
Oh, ada
the full
tempat
meal
manis,
section.
masin, dan juga ada yang makanan menu
These are
utamanya
like the
gitu.
salty, savory snacks.
Yang masin, asin-asin gitu. Ada ya gitu,
Glutinous
aduh.
rice mixed with coconut milk cooked
Lemang.
in a bamboo shoot.
So colorful. It looks so yummy and so sweet.
All right, now the ultimate section. This is where the full iftar meal is prepared.
Oh,
I'm
ini
going
main
with beef
dishnya.
rendang. That's a classic here. I'm gonna go with that.
Aduh, rendang daging.
Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan
So much.
Kareem,
Another
Masya
important thing
Allah.
during Ramadan is to constantly stay hydrated.
Betul-betul, sepanjang Ramadan itu harus sentiasa kekal bertenaga, tidak terhidrasi ya.
Indonesian TV, and I'm really excited to see it, man. All right, we're gonna go across the street because we're in the Ramadan market now. We're gonna go see the undel. This is the undel.
Ondel-ondel.
Streets in Jakarta. It's a cultural tradition where it takes away the bad spirits or the bad omens, the bad juju. Now to
Oh,
Masjid
the
Al
bad
Istiqlal,
omen
we're going to
katanya,
the largest mosque in
menghalau
Southeast
perkaparan
Asia,
nggak baik.
largest mosque in Jakarta, somewhere that people go and take their food and have their iftar there.
So I'm so excited
Oh,
to
bawa
go
makanan dan iftar di masjid.
After we've done shopping in the Ramadan bazaar, we're gonna take our
Bazar Ramadan, pasar Ramadan.
I also want to talk about our change of attire.
Attire.
We're told Indonesians
Pakaiannya
wear when they go to
ikut
the mosque.
adat
We headed
Indonesia.
straight to the Al-Istiqlal Mosque, which means Independence
Al-Istiqlal,
Mosque,
Masya
about
Allah.
30 minutes
Pakai apa ya?
before the
Pakai
break of
jubah
fast,
gitu.
to see some of the mosque's beauty and meet the chief imam who manages the magnificent mosque.
So now
Masya
we're
Allah,
praying in
bisa ketemu
Al-Istiqlal
imam
Mosque
besarnya ya.
where thousands of women and men gather to enjoy the iftar together.
Masya
In
Allah.
the biggest mosque in Southeast Asia, in the biggest mosque in Jakarta. Again, the first day of Ramadan,
The biggest
first iftar.
masjid terbesar
Many
di
people's
Indonesia,
coming
Masya Allah.
together in the holiest month for Muslims.
It was beautiful to see hundreds of people gathered together under one roof to begin the holy month of Ramadan. Young people, old people,
Sama-sama
entire
iftar
families,
gitu.
anyone and everyone were welcome. And traditionally, when the call to prayer signals the break of fast, we begin with a single date.
Makan dimulakan dengan sunnahnya makan kurma duluan ya. Ala anak siapa ini? Udah mulai belajar puasa ya? Aduh, ramai sekali ya, Masya Allah.
We were given food when we got here by the mosque, so we had all this food.
Pihak masjid
Instead of
juga bagi
tasting it, we're
makanan.
gonna give it away. I think for us is more important than actually eating it and tasting it for the video. This is for you guys.
Ini dikasih sama
Alhamdulillah.
Afwan.
Syukran, afwan katanya, Masya Allah.
Assalamualaikum. Terima kasih.
Rezeki dari Allah ibunya, Masya Allah.
That family than with us. Alhamdulillah. Alright, they've just done the
Alhamdulillah
call to
kan,
prayer. We're about to
berdua
pray.
itu kayak banyak banget.
Bismillah.
Ramadan is a special time to reflect on who we are and who we want to become. How can
Yeah.
we make things better in our lives? How to become closer to the people that we love? And how to help more in our communities? To me, prayer has always been a beautiful gateway into that process.
Ya, setuju. Dengan sholat kita menjadikan diri kita itu jauh lebih
So we
baik
just
gitu kan.
finished the prayers at Al-Istiqlal Mosque, which is
Masya
absolutely
Allah.
gorgeous mosque.
Gorgeous
mashallah,
sangat, ya
and an
Allah.
Islamic center. And there's a specific reason that I picked this country to start a
Ramadan,
videos. It's
Masya
the country
Allah.
with the most Muslims in the world. And I want
Kenapa dia milih Indonesia ini? Karena untuk menyambut Ramadan bersama dengan istrinya, karena Indonesia itu adalah Muslim terbanyak di dunia dan negara yang pastinya akan mempunyai satu keindahan apabila menyambut Ramadan. Sebab itu dia memilih Indonesia sebagai destinasi pertama untuk menyambut Ramadannya tahun ini. Masya Allah.
wanted to show you this side of Islam that is not represented enough in mainstream media. The Islam of love, the Islam of happiness, the Islam of smiles
mashallah.
and joy, families coming together, communities coming together, thousands of people coming together to
Semuanya
enjoy
kita
the most holy month
sama-sama
to us.
gitu.
As prayers concluded, I was told that this mosque was built by a Christian architect, which
Yeah.
I found very fascinating and incredibly powerful. But this fact isn't the only one that
arkiteknya
shows the beautiful
Christian.
coexistence of both religions in Indonesia.
So the biggest mosque in Southeast Asia is right beside a cathedral. When the mosque is overflowing with people, the cathedral will open up its ground to house the Muslims, and vice versa. The bridges,
vice versa
that
with the
connect us.
cathedral,
These are the
kan?
stories that need to come
Mashallah.
to the world.
Usually at noon, at 12, during the Zuhur, we will heard the sounds of the bell from the church.
Yeah.
Tang, 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 and continue with Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Oh, that was nice.
Dude, there.
Oh, merinding kayaknya ya. Az juga merinding nih.
Man, you gave me chills. These are the Ramadan stories.
Mengatakan tentang bagaimana keindahan kebersamaan itu katanya di Indonesia, bagaimana Kristen dan agama Islam itu katanya, karena kita tahu terlalu banyak suku di Indonesia dan banyak keberagaman di Indonesia, dan kebersamaan itu diterima baik, dan bagaimana terbuktinya bagaimana Masjid Istiqlal ini bertentang dengan gereja gitu kan, dan mereka tuh saling, kalau di masjid itu penuh kan, gereja akan dibuka untuk ni, dan begitu juga vice versanya begitu juga perkara yang berlaku di sebaliknya. Kalau tengah hari itu kalau bunyi bell di church ataupun di gereja, tar diikuti dengan seruan azan. Masya Allah, betapa indahnya, subhanallah. Kita lanjut ya.
Masya Allah, Masya Allah.
Masya Allah, subhanallah, Masya Allah. Keindahan itu, ya Allah.
The next day, we went to explore the southern side of Jakarta to learn about the local cultures and traditions. From the local batik clothes to the martial arts performances, everything from the food, the music, and the cooking was an insight into who they are and the deep values they still represent today. But a big reason we came here was to have a traditional iftar with an Indonesian family in their home, to experience what Ramadan is like in an Indonesian house and what Ramadan means to them.
Time to go to iftar. Salam.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Macam mana kan ingin berasa dekat bersama masyarakat.
How are you? Good. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for having us for Ramadan. Yeah, for iftar. God
Dia
bless.
jemput untuk apa ya, iftar
Everyone's
bareng.
excited. It's like 15 minutes to go. I'm gonna be making lontong now. So first we put
Lontong.
half rice and now some oncom. All right, now we
Oncom.
close my very first lontong.
Okay, no, there's 100 more to do. Come on, do
Oh,
it.
no.
The 100 more to do.
Barely got through
Ada 100 lagi harus dibikin katanya. Nggak mau.
That's stuffed tofu.
There's two trains of thoughts when it comes to
Tofu.
there are families who, as soon as the adhan goes off, as soon as the call to prayer goes off and they can break their fast, they have this huge meal. And then they get on with their day. I am similar to this. You have a very light of thought.
Oh, bakwan ya.
You relax, and then you have your bigger meal.
Bigger
Then-
meal, makan yang banyak gitu kan. Makanan berat gitu kan. Dimulai dengan kurma dulu ya. Manis-manis dulu
After
untuk
breaking
berbuka.
our fast, we wash for the Maghrib or sunset prayers. What I learned is that in Indonesia, many families like to have a room solely dedicated to prayer. And once we finished our prayers, we sat down to talk
Ada
about
surau
what
ya.
Ramadan means to them.
If you could describe Ramadan in one word, what would it be?
Bulan penuh berkah.
The month of blessings. This is a
Blessing.
chance to get closer to God,
Kan,
and then
bulan
this is a chance
keberkatan.
also to get more good deeds. To collect good deeds.
What are some of the things that you love about Ramadan? What are your favorite things about Ramadan?
The whole family becomes one, a team, in preparing it, and then you eat it together.
Nah, apa yang istimewa tentang Ramadan katanya semua keluarga ngumpul gitu dan menyediakan makanan bersama dan juga makan bareng iftar, masya Allah.
In the movies they show the Muslim as negative. In the news they show Islam and Muslims as negative. But when I travel and meet Muslims, it's all love, smiles, joy.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do as a Muslim community to get rid of all these negative things or be more
negative things,
powerful than it?
There will be always people or parties who wants to divide us Muslims. We should just continue to show the beauty and just unite with all the Muslims all over the world, and let's stay strong.
Ya,
It's the thing I love
betul.
about this.
Katanya tadi kenapa ya dekat luar banyak sekali media-media menyatakan tentang negatifnya orang Islam ini, menceritakan bagaimana orang Islam ini sifatnya gitu, tapi katanya kalau dia langsung lihat di orang Indonesia, orang Muslim penuh dengan kegembiraan, senyuman, happiness gitu kan, rasa kesyukuran yang besar. Tapi bagaimana untuk kita menyatakan tentang bagaimana untuk membuang negativity itu, katanya kita harus bersatu dan terus kuat sebagai umat Islam sedunia. Masya Allah.
House in the setting is it's very intimate. So when you come and visit, you're gonna feel like part of that family from the minute
Ya
you
kan,
walk
mereka
in.
itu
And I thought
kita
that
ini
just added so much to
kayak
the experience.
keluarga kan,
That's
diterima
why I'm
kayak
so-
keluarga.
You have a beautiful family, mashallah, and wish you all the love and happiness, ya Rabbal Alamin. One thing
Amin,
you
ya Rabbal
realize
Alamin.
is I felt home here because these are the things that we do in our home and that we do across the world as a Muslim community, mashallah.
Masya
I
Allah.
think there is no greater way to learn about Ramadan than in the home of a family observing it. You learn about the values, history, and yes, the food that they hold dear to them. But what does Ramadan mean for the country as a whole? So before heading back to Dubai, we had the chance to meet the governor of Jakarta, the Honorable
Alhamdulillah,
Anies Baswedan, to
berjumpa
discuss what
dengan
Ramadan means for
Governor.
Indonesia and how diversity is a source of strength for their country.
What makes Jakarta so special in Ramadan? What is it about this country that makes Ramadan so special?
This is the melting pot of Indonesia, and this
The
is a
melting
country with
pot,
more than
Masya
400
Allah.
languages, more than 700 ethnic groups, and there is no other city in Indonesia that is as diverse as Jakarta. Diversity is the blessing of Allah.
Alhamdulillah,
Unity
Masya Allah.
is the product of our work, and that's why I often said what unique about Jakarta is its unity, and yet it's very rich in terms of diversity.
Masya Allah.
Masya Allah.
Thank you so much for
My pleasure.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih
That was
katanya.
incredibly enlightening just to be able to hear from the governor of Jakarta on the importance of unity, and I think that is a very powerful message for what Ramadan is, a time for us all to come together in love and support of each other, and that is when we as humanity truly flourish. Beautiful message, alhamdulillah. So our last stop before we head to the airport back home to Dubai is to an orphanage in Jakarta to see the work they're doing to support orphans and families across the city. The biggest emphasis in Ramadan is charity, is giving, is zakah, is to help those in need. And we're here to make a donation to the orphanage to help in any way we can for children of Jakarta, inshallah.
Amin.
Well, this is how we start our journey in Ramadan, and it has been an honor to show you a side of Islam and Muslims that I hope we see more in our stories and our media. Stories of peace, love, kindness, and unity within the diversity. These are our stories. This is who we are. Thank you, Indonesia, and see you in our next video in India, inshallah.
Oh, much love and God bless.
Jadi sedih jadinya ya, Masya Allah. Itu kita lihat perkongsian Khalid. Ameri ini dia merupakan seorang warga Dubai ya, yang merantau ke seluruh negara Muslim, melihat bagaimana Muslim itu sebenarnya, dan dimilih Indonesia sebagai negara pertama untuk dia pergi dalam menyambut rangka lautan atau ingin menyambut dan merasakan nikmat Ramadan. Dan negara pertama dipilihnya adalah Indonesia, Masya Allah, negara yang penuh ada 200 juta Muslim, dan dia ingin melihat bagaimana sebenarnya Ramadan di Indonesia, karena dia aneh banget ya melihat bagaimana penyatuan, kesepaduan itu luar biasa. Dia kata inilah arti Ramadan. Dia mencari apakah arti Ramadan itu sebenarnya. Ramadan bagi orang Indonesia apa artinya. Dan ditanya kalau keluarga, ditanyakan tadi kepada keluarga yang menerima dia dalam untuk berbuka puasa, katanya itu adalah 1 bulan yang penuh keberkatan dan penyatuan tentang keluarga dan sebagainya, semuanya ngumpul bareng gitu kan, sama-sama untuk sama-sama menikmati keindahan Ramadan. Dan kata berkesempatan juga bertemu dengan Gubernur Jakarta dan mengatakan bahawa Indonesia atau Jakarta itu adalah sebuah melting pot di mana semua semua ada banyak suku kaum di Indonesia dengan pelbagai keberagaman bahasa dan sebagainya disatukan, unite katanya, disatukan dan hidup dalam aman dan damai katanya, menerima setiap kekurangan dan perbezaan itu dan meraihkan perbezaan itu dengan sangat baik sekali dan saling menghormati itu. Dan katanya tentang pengertian Ramadan itu adalah masa untuk kita sama-sama untuk bersama, untuk sayang, untuk saling menyayangi dan saling mendukung di antara satu sama kita. Dan membolehkan agama Islam itu terus bersatu adalah dengan kita sentiasa strong dan sentiasa bersatu, bukan hanya di Indonesia, malah seluruh Muslim di seluruh dunia itu harus bersabar, harus kuat, harus bersatu, jangan pecah belah katanya, harus support each other, tolong saling sayang, menyayangi, saling hormat, menghormati dan terus kuat bersatu dalam memastikan agama Islam itu terus dipelihara dengan sebaik-baiknya. Masya Allah, itu arti Ramadan di Indonesia. Bagaimana kita melihat bagaimana katanya bulan untuk bersedekah, Masya Allah, bulan yang sama-sama kalau lihat tadi di Masjid Istiqlal mereka iftar bareng bersama-sama ya, makan bareng dan makanan itu diberikan oleh pihak masjid dan sebagainya. Itulah keindahan Ramadan di Indonesia. Kita melihat tadi perkongsiannya tadi diterima oleh masyarakat, diterima sebagai keluarga walaupun dia berasal dari negara lain, tapi indahnya Ramadan di negara Asia ini luar biasa banget, terutamanya di Indonesia. Inilah beautiful ataupun keindahan yang dapat dinikmati oleh Khalid Al-Ameri dan juga istrinya Salama yang berasal dari Dubai dan datang untuk menyambut Ramadan pertamanya di Indonesia, khususnya Jakarta, dan berpeluang berjumpa dengan Gubernur Jakarta. InsyaAllah kita doakan agar kita terus kuat sebagai umat Muhammad dan sentiasa bersyukur dengan apa adanya, dan bagaimana kita hidup bertoleransi bagi membolehkan kebahagiaan, membolehkan kedamaian itu tercipta, mencipta dunia yang jauh lebih baik dari sebelumnya. InsyaAllah, semoga Allah melindungi kita semua selamanya. Masya Allah. Kita sampai ke sini dulu video reaction us untuk kali ini. Boleh kalian nonton bareng dengan sampai habis video ini, jutaan terima kasih ucapkan. Okay, kita ketemu lagi lain video insyaAllah. Assalamualaikum, semua jaga diri, selamat berpuasa, dadah.